Hey guys, I am on Cape Cod visiting family for a few weeks, and I'm off to train off Cape. So I got about 45 minutes in the car, so I wanted to make a video for you guys that I think's really important for the new vegan, someone who's just starting out on this lifestyle, and tips I wish I got. So I don't know how many I came up with, so we're just gonna get into this and we'll see at the end. There's a lot of dogma on the internet and a lot of things that can be very confusing. So I'm going to try to not be dogmatic here. I'm going to try to give you the facts and try to help you as much as possible converting to this lifestyle if you're new to it. And for even some of you that have been on it a while, because I'm shocked at some of the things I hear from someone who's been vegan for a year and a half, and they're not doing a few of these things. So let's get into it. First one made me think of my last statement. I'm shocked that I get responses from vegans that have been vegan for a year and a half, 2 years, and they're not supplementing B12. Huge. Did I say that right? Huge. People make fun of the way I say huge. I say it like with a Y because I'm from Massachusetts. I see people not taking B12, and that's a huge mistake. It's like, you do not want to become B12 deficient. There's so many dangerous side effects to becoming B12 deficient, and I think it's extremely dogmatic, and I think it's extremely inappropriate for people to say you don't need B12. Why? Who cares? It's 2016, and there's going to be a lot of things in here that non-vegans might say, well, this isn't a natural diet if this, and this. Bullshit. It's 2016. The science is pretty clear. Processed foods and animal products damage your arteries. Caldwell Esselstyn has proven this. He's reversed heart disease on a whole foods plant-based diet. He shows angiograms showing the reversal of disease. His success rate's over 99%. Dean Ornish has done the same thing. So we're not living in the Paleolithic area where the average lifespan's 29, 30 years old. We want to live as long and as healthy of a life as possible. So the fact that you're not getting B12 from animal products, who fucking cares? There's no negative side effects for supplementing B12, okay? So take B12. I take from a company, it doesn't matter. I take it from a company from Jarrow Formulas. I take 1,000 mcg sublingual B12 daily. If you're doing that daily, you should be totally fine. You can get injections, that's another video, but I don't believe there's any need to do that as long as you're consistently taking the sublinguals daily. If you're deficient, yeah, I would load up on some shots to get you started, but other than that, no. So, take B12. Don't mess around. Please take B12. We don't want issues here. Someone that follows me mentioned that, I forget his name, he mentioned, if you're watching this, comment in the video below, he made the mistake, he became B12 deficient, and a year later he's still paying for it. So it's really important to take B12. There's tons of videos about that. I've discussed it before, but this video is already going way too long. But this is the main thing I want you to focus on if you're new to being vegan. Please take B12. Vitamin D, please make sure you're getting enough sun. When you eliminate the processed fortified foods that are fortified with vitamin D, and you're not taking in animal products, dairy, you are not going to get vitamin D. But the natural way to get vitamin D is from the sun. So please get 15-20 minutes a day of sun before you throw on your sunscreen. Summertime, this is not going to be an issue for anyone really. If you live in a severely dark climate, cold climate, you want to look into getting vitamin D supplements. Get tested, okay? Number 3, focus on, this is for the healthy vegan now, focus on eating whole plant foods. Don't focus on some crazy specific diet at this point. If you're coming from a standard American diet or a low carb diet or whatever, just let's get you successful on a plant-based diet first, on a vegan diet first. We don't need to get into this fully raw or raw to whatever time of day or all these crazy food combining things. We don't need to do that right away. Let's just get you successfully on a plant-based diet where this becomes easy for you, this becomes habit for you, okay? So the focus should be eating whole plant foods, and that's fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes, whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, millet, oatmeal, things of that nature, and legumes, beans, black beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, lentils, things of that nature, and some nuts and seeds, okay? Whole plant foods. Number 4, focus on getting in enough calories, because let's get you successfully transition to this lifestyle before you have all these grand dreams of being a size 0 or whatever, a six-pack abs. Let's focus on you being successful in this lifestyle. So let's make sure we're eating enough calories so we don't go back and binge on processed foods and animal products when we're starving ourselves. Because I've talked about this before. I did a video, I'm dying to lose weight, and I talked about the benefit of this lifestyle is it's hard to overeat when you're eating whole plant foods in their natural form, because calorie-wise are much lower than animal products and processed foods and oils. So we want to make sure we're eating enough so we're getting enough nutrition, and we're not going to go back to binging on processed foods and animal products, okay? So eat all that you care for of whole plant foods. It's very hard to overeat if you're doing that without processed junk food with it. Okay, number 5, no oil. Oil's not a health food. I made the mistake when I went to this lifestyle for the first 8 months. I was still consuming oil. I just missed that part for some reason, so I'm not going to get into a whole video on that, but I'll leave the description for a video I did about oil in the description below, so check that out. Take a probiotic. Why not? A lot of the issues people have when they come to this lifestyle, if they're coming from processed foods or animal products, is their gut bacteria is not used to all this fiber. And our gut microbiome, that's like 90% of our bodies are gut bacteria. And to be truly healthy, we need to be eating large amounts of fiber, because that's what our gut bacteria lives on. That's what they thrive on. Initially, people thought fiber was just, waste that was going to help us go to the bathroom. But we've now found out that our gut microbiome, that's what they live on, is our fiber and you can only get that from whole plant foods. So if you're coming from a background of standard American diet where you're eating a lot of processed foods, lots of animal products, you've probably messed up your gut bacteria. And a lot of you have taken antibiotics in the past, and you've completely destroyed your gut bacteria. There's a good chance, some of you, if you've been on antibiotics for a very long time, that your gut bacteria will never truly heal. So a lot of people complain of bloating when they come to this lifestyle. I would say 80% of that issue is your gut bacteria adjusting to this lifestyle. It's not all these other things people are telling you. It's not food combining. It's the fact that it's the fact that your gut bacteria is adjusting to a new lifestyle. So it may take 2 or 3 months. For some of you longer. For some of you may be fine. But especially those of you that have been on antibiotics, it's going to take some time. So kickstart that with a very high quality probiotic. What else? Exercise. Don't neglect exercise. Exercise is extremely important to be healthy. If you want to be an unhealthy vegan, that's fine. If you want to eat Oreos all day, fine. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about getting you on the right track, getting you healthy, having you feel good. And to truly be in sound body and mind, you need to exercise daily or almost daily, okay? We want to be an example. We don't want to go to this lifestyle and gain 50 pounds and have your friends and family go, gee, that vegan diet's really working for you, huh? No, we want to be vibrant, we want to be healthy, we want to have clear skin, we want to be active, we want to lose weight, we want to be fit, we want to be happy. So all those things are attractive to people. So let's focus on all these things I've mentioned to get you to that point. The next thing, fat. Don't be scared of fat. I see so many people come to this lifestyle and they become fat phobic. If you want to come to this lifestyle and have dry skin and have no sex drive and never feel satisfied, then don't eat any fat. This is just my opinion, my experience. I'm not saying your diet should consist of 20-30% fat, but you should be consuming some healthy fats daily to feel your best, to feel satisfied, to keep your hormones in check, to keep your skin in check, all these things, and to have very good omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. So the fats that I recommend daily are 1 to 2 tablespoons of a seed. It can be either chia seeds or ground flax seeds, or you can throw in hemp seeds from time to time. But your best omega profile is going to come from flax seed and chia seeds. They're loaded with fiber, and 1 tablespoon is literally less than 50 calories, so you don't have to freak out. But make sure you consume some seeds daily. And then for me, I like to consume, typically, it varies day to day, but if you look at on average throughout a year, I typically get my fats from seeds and avocado. That's just me. If you don't like avocado, have a few Brazil nuts at the end of the day, have whatever. But we want to avoid fat from oils and processed foods. Like, you don't want to be getting it from like coconut milk and things of that nature. You want to be getting it from whole food sources like avocado, seeds, and nuts, okay? A little bit of fat from all those sources here and there is fine, but the focus for your long-term health should be the seeds, some nuts, and some avocado, okay? Really important in my opinion. So to wrap up, B12, really important. Vitamin D, really important. Focus on whole plant foods. Don't be dogmatic to start. Just focus on eating a variety of whole plant foods so you feel satisfied, you're eating enough calories. If down the road you want to try a raw diet or do something else, once you're vegan and you're completely into this and you're not reaching for animal products or junk food anymore, go for it. Some of you may have a health issue that requires you to eat raw. I get that, there's always exceptions, but for the majority of you, just focus on eating whole plant foods. Make sure you're consuming some fat daily. Make sure you're exercising. Take a probiotic if you're starting this lifestyle to ease into the bloating issue that some of you may have. And that's about it. Just be an example. You don't have to go out and blab about this lifestyle to your friends and family. Just be an example. Eat the right foods, exercise daily, get enough sun, take a B12, and you're going to be a shining example for people. You don't need to puke all over your friends when you start this lifestyle. Down the road, they'll start asking questions. I still have friends asking me questions 4.5+ years later, okay? So, the lighting here is pretty poor. But, that's my tips, okay? Any other questions, leave them below. But those would be the things that I would focus on starting this lifestyle, alright guys? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.